Hi, this is Dan from Paracord. Now, let's say you want some paracord, but you don't want it, on a watch band or just a regular survival bracelet, and you don't want to have it, just chilling like this in your bag or in your pocket. And so I'm going to show y'all just real quick how to make a quick deployment lanyard. I just have this on one of these plastic carabiners here, and I hang this on one of my gun bags. But it's I think this is probably about 12 feet right here of 550 cord, that if you just grab this and yank, this little piece comes out, and then you have a long strand, and you don't have to unravel really anything. So I'm going to show y'all how to make that. I have 15 feet of black paracord right here. So it's actually pretty simple. What you first start out with is, and the length and things like that really are based on, how large you want to make it, how fat you want it to be, how skinny, things like that. So the longer you make it, the skinnier it's going to be. The shorter you make it, the fatter it's going to be. So your first loop, you need to have one loop that's kind of sticking out the top, and that's going to be larger than all the rest. And some of you guys that are pretty particular on how things look, you might make this look a little bit better than I'm going to, but just for quick video purposes. So right here I got maybe a 4-inch piece, and I got this little loop sticking up a little bit further. I got the end here that you're actually going to end up pulling out, just going in maybe an inch, inch and a half, and then I just start looping this back and forth, trying to get it exactly the same length each time. And so you just keep looping back and forth, and then you want to leave yourself, you kind of judge how much you need to loop around here. But remember to always keep this little loop a little bit longer. And you're just going to keep looping back and forth. And obviously the more rope that you have, the more loops you're going to have to go back and forth. Okay, now here's kind of something you can do. You can start from the top, you can start from the bottom, it really doesn't matter. I'm going to start from the top here, and then you just kind of hold it in place like that and start looping around. Alright, and you can push it up probably a little bit higher so you don't have that nasty mess sticking out the top if you're trying to do it for looks. And then kind of to hold it in place, you wrap it over itself, and then you just start wrapping down the little bundle that you just made. And so if you can see that, this little spot right here where it's overlapping, that kind of holds it there, and you want to keep it nice and tight all the way around. And then one thing that I actually do, and so here's our end that will be pulled out whenever we need it. And again, we're just looping around and around, trying to keep it as tight as possible. And pushing everything together. I mean, again, you don't even have to do it this well. You can just wrap it around there, and it'll pretty much hold it in place. But for something that looks cool, you want to make it nice and tight. And then one thing that I do even when I'm done doing this is I will run some hot water, and I'll run it under the hot water, and that usually tightens it up. Okay, so I'm getting near the end here, and pretty much all you need to do is leave a little piece out like that, and then when you loop back around, just loop it through the little hole that you created. If I can get it through there, and still try and keep everything tight. And then Make sure you don't have anything tangled up, and then you're going to pull that nice and tight. So I just wrapped it one more time and then wrapped it under the previous loop, and now I'm pulling everything around nice and tight, because this is a potential spot where it'll come unraveled, but if you do it right, it won't. For example, this one that I made here, I've had like that for a year or so now. Alright, so there, and I mean I could probably do one more loop so I don't have this sticking out, but I'm not going to waste y'all's time and try and make it perfect. Okay, so then, and I could have probably done one more loop inside there. I have some extra here. I'm going to cut this off and then get my lighter, and again, this little bulb that you make here at the end of this will also help from it sliding back out. And so there's my little quick deployment lanyard. I'll get my little carabiner here, and you can just put it on a little carabiner any size and just have it hanging from, you know, any type of bag or your belt loop. And there you go. Thanks for watching.